Hey everybody, welcome, welcome to, let me get over to the comments. I saw Lisa was here, Cindy, awesome, Marlene. Hey everyone, hopefully you are here now. I know it makes you sit there for a minute. So, yay, awesome. We got 3 sets of eyeballs. So you just ordered this suite on Tuesday, Lisa, so you got it with the suite special? Yeah, hopefully. I ended up getting just a couple things on Tuesday, and I didn't even realize two of them were in suites. So I was going to talk about that. Hey, Carol. Awesome. So we've got Lisa, Cindy, Marlene, Carol. We've got 6 eyeballs. Awesome. Let's get to it. So, because I feel like there's a lot of stuff to fill you in on. So, yeah, welcome back. I wasn't here last week, as you know, and then Sue wasn't here. A lot of people were like discombobulated, like, what's going on? Um, I just ran out of time last week. Like, hey, Sue's here. Yeah, the weekend before was Memorial Day weekend, and we had a cookout at my brother-in-law's on Saturday, and then hey Di, awesome. And then Sunday and Monday I spent all my free time. Hi Paige from Arizona, awesome. I spent all my free time on Sunday and Monday filming those videos for that mini album. So hey Nancy. So yeah, then I had pool Tuesday, we went to a concert on Wednesday, and just no time to prepare for last week. So I had to take the week off. But we're back. And those mini album videos are on my YouTube, so go watch those. Makes a 6x6 book. Used practically a whole pack of 8.5x11 cardstock and about half a pack of 12x12 designer series paper. So you change up the colors, the papers, and make yourself a book. It'll be cool. So again, welcome. I'm Toni, ToniStamps. And tonight we're going to do the gallery blooms, but let's just talk about a couple things. First thing, the sweet special, right? So through the month of June, the suites are on sale. It's buy one, get one half off. And it's not just the whole suite. So you know how they started, I don't know, last year or the year before. They will have a whole suite of products. Hey, Jamie Gibbs, that you can order under one number, right? And you still get the bundle, the savings on the bundle, the stamps and the dies or the stamps and the punch. But it's just a convenient way to order everything in that suite with one number. So you can do that, order one suite, get another suite half off, as long as everything is available in the bundle. And that, I mean, hey Deb, not the bundle, the suite. So like if the gems are out, you can't order the whole suite. So that kind of sucks. So you just have to keep track, like look at stuff, get stuff early, like if you really want the whole suite, you know. But it's individual items within the suite also. So that's what I found when I put I did a pre-order on Tuesday for the next batch of online exclusive stuff. Like they got us coming and going with all the stuff. It's crazy. But I ended up just ordering a couple of packs of designer paper. Like there's a Halloween pack, flowers, something else. So two of those were sweet items. I didn't like anything else in the suite, so I only got the paper. But I got one, and then I got the other one half off. So I got two things that were half off. That was cool. I didn't realize that till I went to check out. So anything in the suite counts as for the half off, you know, and it's always the cheapest one is the half off. So say you ordered a bundle from one suite and you want a embossing folder from another suite. I'm just making this up. The embossing folder is going to be the thing that is half off. So the best value is like if you're ordering the bigger things, right? So just that's through June. It's still confusing, so if you have questions, just email me, right? The June paper pumpkin kit. Get your sign up, get your subscription in place before Tuesday, June 10th, because that's when they cut it off and then they order it. So the June kit is called Full of Charm, and it coordinates with a suite that is coming called something. Oh, I didn't write that down, but it's something charm, floral charm or something. I don't know. but it's floral flowers that are similar to the sneak peeks that we've been seeing for that paper pumpkin kit. Hey, Carol. Um, sign up for that by Tuesday if you want the paper pumpkin kit. The last chance list was updated on Tuesday, so that's going to be updating every other month as well. Really, there's like a lot going on every other month. Something's coming or going. So I had like whittled down my current stamps. Like I think I only had just like 16 things, and then a bunch of more things are retired now. So I'm getting down to like not a lot of current stuff to work with, but such is life. I'm not buying every single thing in the book. New kits came out Tuesday. There was that pop-up animal card kit, which looks really cute, like for kids or, fun people, whatever. It's only 4 cards. It's $10. I think that's a good value, like for the having all the pieces. So, yeah, the carols are on Facebook, Lisa. Yeah. And I think we only have 2 carols so far. Hey, Gloria. Um, and then the other kit was a scrapbooking workshop kit, which I'm all about those. Um, so that one was more of a generic one, like it'll go with anything, really, any occasion. So that's good. And then I had my new tutorial that I actually got done on time and posted on Sunday. So actually, we're going to look at that stuff. So let's go down here and, oh, whoopsie, move from stage. No, I want solo layout. Here we go. I got a couple cards that I got to show you. And then look, remember I was trying to work with this wildflower birthday scrapbook kit. I thought I bought it. I couldn't find it. Well, I found it. So I wasn't crazy. I really did buy it. So I'm glad that I have this and now I won't order it twice. Of course, it was in a box that had other stuff and it was at the bottom. But let's look at these. So, cute card. This was a spring card from Peggy. I know we're past St. Patrick's Day and all that, but this is just cute. This little critter, so cute. And she's just really good with all the coloring, with all these the Copic markers. I love it. Orange, yellow, very cute. Then I've got 2 cards from Rose that were, I guess she made them for swaps and then sent me extras. And this is, I forget the name of this suite, but it is, oh, I think it's an online exclusive, and I really can't remember it. Here's one of your swap cards. Yep. She always dolls up the inside. So, and all her layers, I love it. And so if Rose comes on here later, or I'll just have to message her. I don't know if this is, I think this is the mini corrugated embossing folder. So I have the one that was just corrugated from a couple years ago. So now actually I can look at I can emboss one of mine and see how close it is. Because I didn't want to buy the mini one because I'm like, I already have a corrugated thing. Lisa, yeah, it might be a house mouse. It might be she finds all kinds of cute stuff. I can ask her. But yeah, definitely cute. So cute one from Rose. And then she sent me this one with these arch dies that I finally ordered. I finally ordered these on Tuesday. So they've gone out of stock a bunch. And this is that new stripes and dots. This was the only stamp set that I bought from the regular catalog when the annual catalog came out. So I love it, Rose. Thank you. Okay, the other thing I wanted to show you was I always do a sneak peek with like a partial picture of all my cards for my tutorial over the month. So everybody that orders online gets a PDF tutorial. There's 4 cards and a card. I put that in the mail to you. So you went to college with the lady from House Mouse, Carol Martin. That's awesome. That's really cool. You get free stuff. That would be even better. You should hit her up and say you can showcase her stuff. So anyway, the tutorial, I put this on my blog and let's just put this here. So this is my blog. So if you don't know, that's where I post stuff, ideas like every week. So like after I do today's video, I take pictures, I post all the paper measurements, all the things. I try to post other stuff. It's just a lot. But anyway, so that's that. And in the corner, you will see a little picture of my tutorial for the month, every month. I just started this in January. because they changed the hostess rewards and all that. So anyway, this is like my free thank you for shopping with me. So I don't usually show all the cards, but this month it's all about mini slimlines, and I really wanted you to peek at them. So this, I used the new Kintsugi Inspirations paper, like this with all this gold stuff. I make all my mini slimlines 3x6. So this is just a basic, like nothing crazy other than cutting these and piecing. Then I went to like other card designs and made them mini slimlines. So this is from the Turtley Cute, and I just cut this out of the paper because I don't have these stamps. Hello, it's an easel fold, so it stands up, really cute, love it, but still mini slimline size. So you get all the measurements and instructions in the PDF. This one, I wanted to make a card for, if you got to give somebody a little gifty or something, little gift card or check. So this one has a pocket built in. So instead of cutting it like 6x6, you cut it 6 by whatever, 6 3/4 or something. Fold this up, glue them to make your little pocket. So that's cute. And then the other one, which actually, now that I look at Rose's card, it's kind of similar, where we've got like half of the card. Hey, Sean. Hey, Gail. Yeah, I like the mini slimlines too, Marlene. They're cute, but you can still get, enough stuff on them. So I had half this, I cut off half, and then I made this other layer. Use those big giant alphabets. So in the tutorial, I'm like, if you don't have these, you just use whatever you have. Like maybe you have a different set of dies, or you have a Cricut that you can cut, letters out, like make it work. So you have the designs, you can totally change it. So like go back to this one. If you don't have the turtle paper, if you don't like turtles, that's fine. Just make this anyway, like change that to a flower, change it to a cupcake, change it to like whatever you need, whatever fits, but take the design and all the measurements and make it work for what you have. So, okay, that's that. Let's get into Gallery Blooms. So, like I said, this was, I bought this just a couple weeks ago. This is in the new catalog as well, but I didn't buy it at first. But then I did because I'm like, I need some kind of current flower situation. So it comes with dies. This big picture frame die, which actually cuts out 2 of them at the same time. So I've got my leftovers over here. I'm just gonna have to figure out something to do with those. But so not a lot of, some little greenery that you can use, that you can cut out. And then mostly it's the flowers are cutting out these images, which I liked. That's what I wanted. So that's what I got. The Gallery Blooms paper. I know some of you aren't that wild about it. I like that some of the flowers are big. I always find something about the papers that I like, even if it's the back side, like even if just the pattern's on the back. So anyway, let's get into it. Oh, you know what? One more thing. Somebody had asked, I can't remember which Carol, had asked about what do I use? I made my new notebook and I posted this over the weekend. And she was like, how do you use it? Well, I use it. I dug my old one out. These are half-size composition books. So they always come out at Walmart when school supplies are out. So like July, August. And they're the wide ruled pages. So I don't worry about that. But I always add a pocket. And I've made a video with how I do this. So I fold some of the pages over, make a pocket. And then I just keep a running list. So I always start off with like, I need these measurements. Then I have 2 pages of what I plan out for each week. Then I have like my tutorial stuff. Then I end up just stapling these in chunks together, like as I'm done. I just use like, I sketch my weekly things out. I keep everything in it. So I take notes in it. Like it's just a running notepad list, right? And I just keep going. Oh, when I made my little scrapbook, I had all the measurements in here. And it seems to last me a bunch of months. So, yep, my tutorial. So that's that. That's what I use it for. I use it for everything. And I like it. So, all right, Gallery Blooms. This is photopolymer. Our first one we're going to do, we're using this picture frame die. So what I did, I actually cut this out 3 times. And the reason I did that is because I want the wood grains to like go, I guess, all in the same direction. Um, let's see. I want these ones. See how this goes this way? And then the side bits, then I turned it and it's going this way. So what I want to do, cut these corners. So act like we're mitering these corners. All right, I want that piece. And then I want, and I might save these extra, the ones that I'm cutting. All right, so I want this and this. Now I could just glue this right on top of here, but I don't think that's gonna look good. That'll look like halfway done. So we're just gonna trim like I wanted. All right, we're building this. So yeah, I'll definitely save these cut off pieces so I can make a different one. All right. So yeah, I want to build these, put these together, but for some reason I just wanted all of the wood going opposite, I guess. All right, so the third one that we cut is plain. We're just gonna glue these on. Now, if you want to take your like any kind of Stampin' Spot and go over, I guess, the raised up bits, I'm not going to bother doing that because I want this to be the raised up bits facing down. So I'm just going to glue this in place. Try to get it corner to corner. And look, I messed up there a little bit. That's not the end of the world, right? Take care of that. So let's just glue these on. So we're gonna like build our frame. Now I will tell you the thing that bugs me about this is this frame is not the size of a full card front, like 5.5 by 4.25. It's practically 5.5, but not the 4.25. And for some reason that just irks me. Like if you're gonna make a frame, make it for our most used card size, not something wonky. All right, now these are overlapping, not great, but I'm gonna force it. It'll be fine. Okay. And if it's a little bit crooked, that's okay too. All right, but that's coming together more like a real looking frame. All right, and I want these lumpy raised up bits on the bottom. All right, cool. And then this is also going to give our frame a little bit more sturdiness. It won't just be like, here's a frame that you cut out of paper. It'll be a double layer, it's embossed, and all this glue is going to make it nice and sturdy. Okay, now what we want to put behind here, there's a couple of these patterns in this paper that have like scenes like this, and I really like the house one. So I just wanted to like cut it and frame it. So what I'm going to do is make a little chop mark here and here, and then we'll cut that, and then we'll deal with the other one so we can put it behind there. So I'm not measuring any of this. I just eyeballed it, made my cut marks. Okay. And then same thing. Oh, that's cute. So that can go like right here. So let me just eyeball and put my scissors right under here. Made my other cut mark. So it looks like I'm cutting about a 1/2 inch off this side. Okay. So we've got our picture our frame. Now, if you want to save some of these bits, these are good to stamp on because this is like a light, looks like a plaster or a canvas print. So we're gonna put those. I might use those for the greeting. Yep, and I'll save that. So let's put glue right around here. And we're just gonna frame our picture. I love it. I love it, love it. Looks like something you could definitely hang up. All right, our card base, I've got, oops, and I didn't score this. I've got basic beige, 5.5 by 8.5. And I'm gonna score this at 4.25. Now, even though this is gonna get covered up mostly, I just wanted basic beige because it's, you know, a light enough neutral. I picked this other pattern. So this had like a black and white drawing on the back, but I like this kind of wallpaper. Now, I made this one very close. So this whole front, 4.25 by 5.5. I cut it down an 1/8 or a 1/16 of an inch because I wanted it. Yep, I just cut a 1/16 inch off both sides because I really wanted this to look like I had covered the entire card front. And that's really what we're gonna get. So like, see here, is this gonna focus? I'm only gonna get a border of about that much, like a smidge. Because in this case, I just wanted it to look like somebody's wall. I didn't want really any of that basic beige peeking through. Okay. I mean, some's gonna show, but not a lot. All right, let's do that. Oh yeah, I like it. I love it, really. Then I've got basic white for the inside, 4 by 5.25. Of course, if you're making this at home, you may want to stamp your greeting or whatever on the inside before you put this in case you mess it up. I cannot tell you how many times I have made cards. Hey, Peggy. I can't tell you how many times I've made cards and I stamped it and then I have to get my pen and go, oops, because by then I don't feel like remaking it. Peggy, what stamp is this from? I was showing the girls this earlier. And this little, is it a hamster or a mouse? I don't even know what. We were thinking house mouse, but not sure. So let us know in the comments and then I can read it to everybody so they can see. Because there was everyone thought it was adorable, which it is. Okay, so then we've got our frame. So see how this really, there's more border top and bottom. That bothers me, but I'm gonna have to get over it, right? Because that's that. I'm gonna pop this up and I'm gonna use some dollar store, Dollar Tree foam tape. Because I want this to, you know, people to think, oh, that's like a picture up on the wall. And then we'll add a greeting, which I think I am going to use one of these little strips because I like this size and that's going to go. Peggy, you're thinking. Okay, thanks. Yeah, I don't know if those clovers were in it too, like, or if it was separate, but very cute. All right. So this foam tape is super sticky, so I always put this glue on it so I can have time to like wiggle it around. And I'm gonna trying to get this centered. Okay. Yep, that's about as good as it's gonna get. All right. And greeting. So in this suite, there's 2 stamp sets in this. Hey, Sharon. Um, oh, Sharon, you think they made that frame size for Australian size cards? That would be weird. I mean, I know we are in Australia, but like the biggest market is, I think, US. I don't know. But yeah, it takes you forever. I'd be on the frame still. You're fine. Well, I mean, Paige, it goes quick when, like, I cut this stuff out ahead of time. Obviously, if I was going to do this from scratch, it wouldn't be like this quick. So just, don't get discouraged. Um, but in this suite, there's two stamp sets. The other one has greetings. I just didn't care for them, so I just got the flower one from that. So I'm going to go to my Simply Said, because I like this. So some of these should fit right on here. Yep. Oh, yeah. All right. Happy birthday. So could do that. Could be anything, really. Yay. Hello. I could do hello, too. Seems like I always need birthday cards, but I do like the hellos. Is this going to fit? Oh, nope, not going to fit. So I could do, let's go back to birthday. And I'm going to do pecan pie ink. Actually, you know what? No. I'm going to do early espresso ink because I want that to be darker. Doesn't have to be exact colors. All right, let me try to get this. I think I got that good enough. Yep, okay. Ooh, I like it. All right. Oh, I wanted to show you. So I don't know if anybody else is stamping, what is this called? The chamois thing. It's really like a foam, like sponge. I had cut mine in half originally, or almost in half. So I haven't even used this, but I don't like it anymore. So mine had gotten to where every time I used it, like, see how this is like black and it falls apart. Like I was getting black stuff all over me just from like cleaning my stamps. So it's still good and purple on the inside, but that's going away. I like the chamois that I got from Lawn Fawn better. So I just wanted to let you guys in on that secret. All right, now this I want to cut. I like ripping edges. Yeah, I'm going to rip it. And then I'm just going to put this right here. I like it. Yeah, the backside of this paper is really good because it's light enough that you can still read whatever you're stamping on here. Cute. All right. Let me check my notes. Did I put any, nope, I didn't put any doodad names on it, but let's use, I've really been liking these, what are they? Riverside Irregular Pearls. They don't go with this, but I just happened to grab them. Oh, you know what? Let's use some of these gold bits. I was going to go with the brown sequins, which I think, sadly, these brown sequins are on the last chance list. So seems like they're getting all my stuff is going away. So we'll use these new flower accents. And I think this might be from the same suite. I'm really not sure. But I just want to add a couple. Like, let's do one there. That was an air bubble. And then two over here. I don't want to take away too much from the scene here, the little house scene, but I do want some stuff on. Some jimmies. Okay, let me see. Did Peggy find her, so Sean, yours hasn't fallen apart yet? But you don't use it in my hand the way you do. Oh, okay. So do you just like keep it in something and brush it? I know Sue does that, right? She keeps it in a stamp case. I just feel like it would have got wrecked anyway. I don't know. All right. Well, that's that. I like it. So we've got our wallpaper-ish feeling and our framed piece. So yeah, I was surprised there's a lot of those like scenery pieces in the designer paper for that. So, all right, that's our first one. Again, I will update my blog this weekend. Lisa, you keep your purple chamois in one of the stamp cases too? Yeah. And two, I don't know if it's like from the ink I use, because that VersaFine ink that I love for the black. Gail, yours never fall apart? Well, either way, mine's in the trash now. So I'm over it. Okay, the next one, I'm gonna be stamping this flower. I actually cut a bunch of these out, and I wanna show you, I know I've showed you this before, but it's always worth looking. So first, base is Secret C, 5.5 by 8.5. And apparently I didn't score any of my stuff. Jamie, it is dead to me. And if anybody wants this other half, let me know and I will get it to you. Like, I think I'll just have to get it wet and it'll flatten back out. I don't know why it's curled like that, but I mean, if someone wants to use it, if you live in the US, let me know. Okay, Secret C. I am liking this. This is one of the new in colors and I am liking it a whole bunch more. I'm not a fan of blue necessarily. Like, it's probably one of my least favorite colors, but I'm liking this, I think, because it's so dark. All right, so that 4, and then white we're gonna put on the inside, 4 by 5.25. I think it really looks good. Like when I look up at my ink colors and it's in between the Darling Duckling and the Strawberry Slush, it really looks good. All right. Then I took 2 pieces of designer paper, and these were both from the Gallery Blooms pack. I cut this one. This has a smaller print, and it's kind of like wallpaper look. This is 1 by 5.25, and then I've got this larger floral print. I mean, that's a good background too, but I wanted that large floral. So this one is 3 by 5.25. So I actually have another whole piece because, the paper is 6 by 6, so I can make another one of these cards too if I want. So I'm just going to start by, I got to turn this way so I can try to get an even spacing for my borders. And then I'm going to put that one right there. Okay, that's gonna work. Normally I would like to layer this, but I decided not to do that this time, keeping it more simple. Okay. So that's a good base. I love it. And I want to do a flower here and a greeting here. What I do sometimes is I make a template of, I put all the dies that I'm going to use, that I think I'm going to use a lot. Gloria, Spellbinders has house mouse stamps. Okay. Oh, Peggy, Colorado Craft Company. Yep, that is right. Now I remember. Yep, I've got a couple from Colorado Craft Company. So that's it. Thank you, thank you. Sean, Secret C is your favorite color this year? I was happy to see Strawberry Slush come back, but I'm liking Timid Tiger. I mean, the fact that it's orange, that helps. Okay, but back to this. I cut out, I think this was a quarter sheet of cardstock. Yep, 4.25 by 5.5. I cut the dies that I will use a lot. The reason I do this is if I want to stamp a bunch of these flowers, it's easier for me to, let's get my Misty, take this, and these are photopolymer, so stamps. So I'm gonna, let's see, put that there. I do want to have my card there. So foam. Then we will put this template right here. And our stamp is going to fit right in here. And actually, I've got a stamp one for the next card too. So I'm going to stamp both of them. So this way really comes in handy with the dies if you're going to make like a bunch, like multiples, because you can just run, this does not want to come out. You can just run this die through as many times as you want. Like take a scrap piece of paper and just cut, 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 a whole bunch of these. Then we come back here to our template and we're going to put this in here, like line it up, and it's going to fit right in here. Okay. And I want to make sure that looks good. Yep, looks good. All right, press it. That should grab it. Oh yeah. Got to push this all back because this was really sticky. You know what? Let's use Memento. We'll just go over it a couple times. All right. Let's first just stamp it down just to make sure I got it in the right spot. But I should have. All right, let's press that. Perfect. Okay. Now we take what we cut out and we're just going to put that in here. Like it's going to lay right in the space that we cut out. All right, so let's do that. And I am going to have to go over this a couple times. All right, don't worry that this is sticking to the stamp. It's fine. It's going to stamp in the same exact spot. I want to hit this at least 3 times. And it's going to stick every time. That's just the way it's going to go, right? I think it's because this is the first time that I'm using this stamp, right? And they're just sticky sometimes. But I am liking this dark, dark image that we're getting. Oh, yeah. I really like that. Pretty, pretty, pretty. Okay, so let's do another one for the next card. So now, we only position that stamp the one time, and now we can just keep coming in, putting our die cuts in this space in the template. And then I will keep this template with the stamp set because there's no need to remake it every single time. Oops, now I'm getting a little bit off. But it's okay. It's fine. Normally it wouldn't. I need to put another little magnet right here. But I don't have. I think this came with little round magnets. And I already lost the little one. Oh, you know what? I wonder if I could use. Let me try this. One of my little magnets that I have for cards. Let's see. That doesn't seem like it's going to help much of anything, but let's see. It seems too thin. All right, I can tell I need to get the middle of this. All right. All right, cool. Good enough. This one I'm going to color. So, all right, this obviously did nothing. That is too tiny. Okay, let's put these back. And I will do this. I don't think I'm going to use that for right now. So I'm going to put this with my stamps and bring back one of the flowers. Actually, we're going to use this one. The only coloring I wanted to do on this was I wanted to keep it like Secret Sea or cloud cover. What do I have on here? Watercolor leaves and the blue. Well, I think I'm gonna have to change my mind because if I wanted a watercolor, I should not have used the Memento because that is not waterproof. So we're gonna color in with our markers. So even though these are like the flowers are white and cloud cover and this Secret Sea, so I'm just gonna add, no, you know what? We're gonna do it. So this is how I like to, and I haven't done this in a while. This is how I like to watercolor a lot anyway. Take your ink pad. Now remember, we don't have cloud cover ink, the ink pad's full size. So I had to put re-inker in and make a little ink pad of my own. So I'm gonna ink this up and get my my water pens which one has water in it? I have so many of these, and so many are older. Okay, here we go. We'll just use that one. Put the rest away. Get a piece of paper towel. Okay, so if you have a stamp surface that is like all glass, you can just smash your ink pad right on your glass surface. I do it on a block. So this is like my palette. So we're gonna get our aqua painter going. So this watercoloring on regular paper, the paper's gonna soak this in so much quicker, right? Yeah, Sean, how many times can I change my mind? More than that, right? More than once. Um, Watercolor paper moves the ink around a lot more. This, it does not. It's gonna stay wherever I put it. So I'm gonna grab some color and then I'm just gonna go up from the bottom. And if I don't get all the color, like that's fine. There can be white space. I'm just trying to add some quick color bits. All right, cute. I like it. All right, and then we're gonna clean this off, and I just want to add a little bit of a light green. So that was cloud cover. I could do these leaves in Secret Sea too. That would be kind of weird, wouldn't it? But that would kind of keep in line with that. So, all right, let's do that. I just need a little bit of that. So no green. I'm gonna do all blue, but same thing. I'm just gonna make sure this is going. Yep. Let's grab a little bit of color. And I'm just gonna paint some of these leaves. Get that blue in there. Get some of that. Oops, and this is a leaf. Interesting. I like it. So my screen showed up black for a minute, but so I like it with no green. So that's a cloud cover and then the Secret Sea. All right. So let me just run this clear. Good enough. Now this, I'm just wiping it off for now, but I will take it and run it under the faucet and really get that cleaned up better, because look at how much all that ink came off. Okay, put this back on. And then a greeting. Ooh, yeah, I like that. I was going to use beautiful butterflies for that greeting. Because it has a nice, I can either go time to celebrate or happy birthday, which is skinnier even. No, actually, that looks pretty similar in size to the other one. That is hilarious. Okay, look at that, you guys. I don't know if you can tell that. So this is only slightly smaller than the stamp from Well Said. Funny. All right, and I gotta add my tape to this. Actually, let's do, since now Sean's on me about changing my mind. Let's do the let's celebrate. In case you need me, I'm here. Yep. All right, we'll do that. We'll just do time to celebrate. And this will definitely do in, I need a scrap of white, which I know I had. Here we go. Is this gonna work? Yep, that'll work. And we'll do this in Secret Sea. And I'm just gonna hand cut this. I am liking this. So really any flower set that you have is gonna work. All right, I'm just eyeballing. That looks weird. I think I went this way a little bit too much. All right, and then we're gonna angle. And oh, that angle's not gonna work. Nope. Fail. All right, we need a bigger scrap, bigger piece of white. Let's go in my drawer. And we're just gonna cut this one. All right, let's do that. I always think, oh, I can get it good enough. Hand cut it. Nah, not always. All right, let's put it here. Okay. Yeah. All right, that is looking pretty good. And I might as well just bring my cutter up. Alrighty. So I got a smaller cutter from Creative Memories that I like. It's more, I know Gail and Sue have it's like a smaller size guillotine cutter. But that lives downstairs with my crop stuff that I take when I go scrapbooking. And I am gonna rip these because why not? All right, I just want the edge. I like it. All right, so we're gonna do Time to Celebrate. We'll pop this up. And I know I had some dimensionals. And yeah, that'll work. And I was gonna use Cloud Cover Pearls. So these new in color pearls, I know I said this before, they kind of have a shimmer that reminds me of like bug eyes. I don't know, but they're just called in color flat pearls. All right, let's put this down. Oh, cute. Let's go right here. Straight up and down. And then I'm gonna, tuck that under and do that flat. I like it. I kind of wish I had some, ooh, you know what? I did not get the Secret Sea ribbon, but the white iridescent will work just fine. Okay, here we go. I didn't have ribbon on this card, Sean, so this is like changing my mind whatever time. So I want this to go, I like my little swoop and loop. Sue, at one of your videos, you were wondering about the gold ribbon. And I don't know if you were watching, I can't even remember which one it was. I have this gold and I showed, and I want to show it again. Oh, that went the wrong way. All right, so let's redo. So I call this swoop and loop, where we just swoop it and loop it and back and forth. There we go. That's what I want. So Sue, real quick. So this is the iridescent white, and let's put a piece of black here so we can kind of see. So same, it's, like a 1/2 inch or something. So the gold mesh ribbon that is an online exclusive or something, same pattern. It's just a little bit more narrow and it's gold instead of, so iridescent and gold. I love it. I like that it's thinner, but I like that it's also similar, like the same. So real pretty. Love it. Actually, let's leave that out. All right, we've got this. Let's do a little trimsies going that way. And then we can glue this down. And again, I was going to tuck this right under. Cute. All right. Ooh, I like it. Like it. Yes, it's going to get caught up in the envelope, but that's fine. All right, and then let's add a couple of these gems. Donald Duck, hilarious. So many people are going to mess that name up. Yeah, I don't know why they picked that. Darling Duckling. They couldn't have just done Darling Duck or something. I don't know. All right, let's do 1, 2, 3, 5. Do big one, a little one, medium, big one, and little one. I like it. Even though it's all like tone on tone, I really like this. I love this style of like watercoloring because it gives a different look to it. Like not your traditional watercoloring. Okay. So that is, oh man, we're only on number 2. Yikes. Yikes. Okay. Oh Lord, it is 10 of 9. Yeah. Okay. Next card, we're doing a I'm gonna do hand ripping. Oh, look at that. So I don't need to color that now or stamp it. So this piece, this is kind of a weird wallpaper-ish look. The colors are like peach pie, calypso coral, cloud cover, and secret sea. But I kind of wanted this background. So just more like a blank, like plaster. So I've got basic gray for the base, and again, 5.5 by 8.5. And actually, if you have to go at 9, come back because the last project is going to be a little notepad. We're going to use this little dollar store notepad to make something. So come back. Okay, so basic gray. Then we've got our white for the inside, 4 by 5.25. Yeah, I like tone on tone for sure. Love it, really. Okay, get that glue out of there. Now this piece, I didn't want to trim the designer paper. I want a torn edge around the whole thing. So I like to rip it this way because then the white edge is here and I want that. So I'm just going to hold this up and eyeball like here. And it's not going to be perfect. That's fine if I have to rip it some more. Like I got to rip maybe a little bit. It's hard trying to hand rip a teeny tiny bit. I do have a tool that will help me rip, but it's too uniform, the pattern. Okay, this is good. And then I'm going to rip the bottom. And then same for the top. Okay, now I just have to rip a teeny tiny bit off the top. And then we're not going to stop there. So after I get all these edges, oh, I like that. Now I want it, crinkle it, crinkle it. Hi, Dana. Yeah, I start at 8 o'clock Eastern time. But frankly, I'm only on the 3rd card. I guess I had a lot to talk about earlier. Too much talking. But we're only on the 3rd card now. So crinkling this just because I want it to look wrecked. All right, so then we'll flatten that out. I love all the texture this gives. All right, so now I'm just going to put glue right on here and push this down. So this way, like the edges will still curl up, pop up, whatever. Like I want that. I want it to look like this paper has been through it. So yeah, see how we can see that's like standing up a little bit? I like it. Perfect. Okay, now this one, similar kind of design. I wanted to color this one with Pretty in Pink though. Pretty in Pink, and I do have the blends. I insisted I wasn't going to get any more blends for the in colors, but I had to have them for Pretty in Pink. I was just really glad they brought these back. So this is how I do the blends. I start with the dark, like at the bottom, and then in some of these little nooks and crannies. I don't do it real consistent. I'm just like, get some color on here. All right, and then same thing down here. Pay attention to, like, that's a leaf. That's a leaf. I have messed those up before. All right, that looks okay. And then I'll come in with the light. Ooh, I really like the brush end if I'm coloring like a lot like this, because I'll just go over the whole thing now. And then I don't have to pay attention to, all I have to pay attention to is staying in the lines. And even then, it wouldn't be the end of the world if I went out of the lines a little bit. Okay. Cute, cute. I love it. See, I love pink and gray. And then let's take some, let's go with soft sea foam. Do I have that? Or really, what can I grab first? Probably old olive. Yep, there's an old olive. And late granny apple. No. These are really old. These are the original Stampin' Blends, or what do we call them? Blendabilities. Okay. So old olive, light and medium. So I'm just going to do a couple lines. Oh, and this one is really getting dried up. So that's good. I'm getting my money's worth. Oh, that end still works. Okay, so the brush end works better on this. And I'm just doing a little bit of putting marks there. And then let's see which end works here. Oh, the brush end again. So you could color, you know, whatever flower you're using, color with crayons, pencils, watercolor pencils, blends, like whatever. Okay, so that's that. And then I want to take the shimmer Winkostella and just go all over this. Now I tell you, when this Winkostella goes, I bought a 3-pack from scrapbook.com and they're much bigger. And I think they'll last longer. They're more along the side, the size of these close to my heart ones. It's same kind of shimmer brush, but just I think they're bigger and better, more stuff. Okay. Ooh, yeah, I'm liking that. And I can't really use the back side of that. Where is another piece of white? Because this one, I definitely want to use whatever down here. Simply Said again. No. Let me scrap out. There we go. This one I want just a little hello. Actually, yeah, we're gonna use, this will be perfect. We can use the hello from the Beautiful Butterflies because that is also a different size. This seems weird. And I'm gonna do that in black. And this time I will do the VersaFine ink and let that dry. So I like this ink on the clear stamps. It's nice and dark, and it doesn't wreck your stamps. So like I'll be able to wipe this off and it'll be fine. This is also good. Let me just show you again if you're new. VersaFine Onyx. So it's a pigment ink. So fine details. So if you wanted to emboss with it, you can emboss with it. You can let it dry. And then if you wanted to color, like watercolor, you can totally do that. Okay, ribbon for this. I have Pretty in Pink and Basic Beige. And I wanted just a little bit of this. So I was playing around with cutting it in half. So I don't think I'm going to use the Basic Beige. But I do want to use, this is old lace from years ago. It's like a half scallopy something. We don't have any lace anymore. And that's really pretty. So I just want to tie this like in a bow. Let's just do like that. This is probably too much, but whatever. All right, and I do want to cut this in half. So this ribbon, for some reason, it's got a weird seam on it too, like it got bent. And I don't feel like ironing it, but I'm just going to cut this in half, the whole thing. And it's not perfectly in half, but it's okay. The point is just to make it smaller, more narrow. Okay. Now I can let's use my handy dandy little thing. I got this ribbon maker years ago. I don't know that they do that they make them anymore, but it's just a thing, a wood block with holes in it. And they're spaced, you know, apart. So let's do this, actually. So the lace is a little bit shorter. I do this, we go across, over, and then I'm going to tie this. And whatever like ribbon bow maker you have, I'm sure has instructions. Just need to get this other piece out. Here we go. Okay. So I like that there's the two colors. And then I'll just trim. All right. Could have made these a little wider loops, but it's going to get the job done. So I just want to put this right here. And this one I'm not going to pop up. Look at that glue booger getting on there. Actually, let's do this one over here just to be different. And I do need some glue dots, which I still save all of these from paper pumpkin kits. These little sheets of glue dots, and I'm going to put some right here. And then we'll attach our bow. Okay, that's good. And then I can just cut this. And you know I'm going to rip the sides of this because I think that really goes with the ripped ribbon too. Ooh, yeah, I like that. Okay, pretty. Pretty, pretty, pretty. All right, just gotta hold that down for a minute. And then I want some pink gems, which I still have. Oh, you know what? Nope. Oh yeah, here we go. So this is Strawberry Slush and Pretty in Pink Gems. And I think this is online only. I don't know that this is in the regular catalog. But these are all, they have gold bits in them. So it's Strawberry Slush is the darker, Pretty in Pink is the lighter, and then it's clear. But they all have gold flecks in them. So they're really pretty. All right, let's use those. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's start with that. See how I like it. Let's do one there, big one. And there's two sizes. So it's like big ones, little ones. Nice. Now you can see my glue, but don't worry, this art glitter glue dries clear. I like it. I kind of feel like I could have another 2 gems over there. Yeah, let's just do it. If you're gonna have 5, you might as well have 7. All right, and then there's more even then they're like all up the card. I really like that. So what's refillable? Thanks, Marlene. Stampin' Right markers. Oh, we're talking about the old blends. Yeah. Yep. Yeah. How long ago did that come out? That had to have been 15 years ago. I don't know. So I'm surprised the ones I have are still have any juice in them. Okay. Last project is, like I said, we're going to use this Dollar Tree. So this is just one of those magnetic list pads, right? We're going to take this magnet off. I tell you, I was in Staples yesterday or Tuesday. I can't remember. Must have been Tuesday. They had 2 packs of these. So this style, same size, same style notepad, and they wanted $8 for it. Ugh. Now, will I use this magnet? Probably not. But am I going to keep it for a week? Yeah, because something might come up. Who knows? All right, so we've got our notepad. This is 4 by 8. And then I already measured it, and it's about 1/4 inch tall. So we're gonna make a little like folio to wrap this up in. We could put some of this away. So we're gonna start with a piece of cardstock, Mossy Meadow. And that's just, I tried to pick something that would kind of go with these colors, right? So these are the pieces we're dealing with for this one. So Mossy Meadow. We're gonna start with this 8 1/4 by 11. So I just got to trim 1/4 inch off. And the reason I did that was because since it was 8 inches tall, I wanted it just to be 1/4 inch difference. All right, 8 1/4 by 11. And we're gonna score it at, okay, 2 1/4, 6 1/2, and 6 3/4. So this 1/4 inch is to accommodate the width of our book, right? How high it is. So if you're using a different notepad, you want to measure how tall it is. And this area right here is going to have to be fit your album or your notepad. Okay, now this one's super easy. Let's just fold all of these. Actually, get this bone folder. Now, ideally, I would have wanted, since the the notepad is 1/4 inch tall, I really would have wanted this spine to be like 1/4 plus a 1/16, so like 3/16, but there's no way I can do that measurement on any scoreboard. So just let you know, your crafty friend said that Spellbinders bought the house mouse stamps. Oh, okay. Nice. So no getting free stuff from your college roommate or your college friend. Okay, so here is we're gonna make a cover for this. So this is gonna fit in like right here in the middle. All right, so I'm gonna have like 1/4. Oops, I don't want that there. So there's 1/4 inch. This piece is 4 1/4. This is 8 1/4. This is 4 by 8. So I want to just glue this in so I have like an even border along this back side. Now you can use tape for this. Why not use it's glue's cheap enough, right? And this isn't something that you're gonna like, you're gonna use it and then you're gonna throw it away because you're gonna make a new one. Okay, I'm just trying to get this even. That looks good. This is something that I would keep like in my notebook, not my notebook, like my bag that I carry everything in when I go to work, or I would leave it in my car, or I might leave it maybe even at work. All right, so that's that. Now, this part I want to be a pocket so we can like tuck stuff in, so like receipts or other notes or something like that. So you could cut this down from like this corner down to here. if you wanted to make like an angled pocket. So you would just have a pocket like that. But I like it when it's this size. Like, I'm just gonna put glue right here at the top and bottom and fold it over, and it'll be just like a tuck pocket. We'll just tuck stuff in there because we don't need it to hold a lot, really. It would just be a few things. Okay, so that's that. Look, it folds perfect. I love it. Now all we're gonna do is decorate the front, and I'm not doing like a greeting. I just want to put this. So this piece, again, this paper pack is only 6 by 6. So this is 6. I cut it 4 by 6, right? Because this piece is 4 1/4 as well. So I want this kind of like in the center. Then I've got 2 pieces of Mossy Meadow that I embossed with the eyelet folder, and these are 1 by 4. So ideally, we just want to dry fit all these pieces together, and so that everything fits with an evenish border. That looks good, right? So I'm just going to start at the bottom. You guys, this one was the easiest project out of all and my favorite. All right, let's hold that down. So again, just try to keep an even border. And I picked this pattern just because of the colors, like the Mossy Meadow. And this is actually makes the flowers look upside down. So that's why I'm like cut it this side. This background or the back side of that, I don't get it. It's like a map of something. That's just weird. Unless it's a map of some garden. I don't always understand, but that's okay. All right, let's get that down. Really cute. I'm liking this. Ugh. You guys, I have so many notepads. Like all over, really. Ooh, and I gotta get that glue off of there. Okay. Now you could add gems to this because you're not really gonna be writing on the back side of this. So if this was lumpy, it wouldn't matter. So we could, oopsie, new comments. Let me scroll up. Okay, we could add some gems if we want. We could do some gold ones, but I think I'm just gonna leave it. Some flipping through. If anything, I could use these, yeah, textured dots because they kind of look metallic-y, but they also kind of look a little bit mossy meadowish. I just want to put a couple. 1, 2, 3. Let's do that. So we'll do big one. Little one. 2 more little ones up here. I mean, I could add a word or, ooh, even an initial would be good. I could cut a big T out with with the big party time letters or party letter dies, whatever. Let me find my pin to put this back in. So yeah, I'm gonna leave this for now. If anything, I think I might do my initial, but I like it just with those little bits on it. So yeah, cute little token gift, like something give somebody, and then yeah, once you rip these off, then it goes in the trash. It's only a little bit of paper, but it's pretty. So all right, we've got that. Let's bring back this card. I really like that. This one with the blues, I like that too, even though blue's not my fave. And then this picture frame card, I'm really happy with this one. So, and again, see how that's raised up a little bit like a real frame. So, yeah, just a note on the cover. Oh yeah, Sharon, I could definitely do that. Same thing that I put on my on this one. I could just put that over here, maybe in a little circle or something. That would work. Oh, and then I had a bonus project that I'm going to share this at a different time. I found a way to make this little pocket, like a little tuck spot for things. So we're going to do that for maybe on a scrapbook night. Okay, so thanks, Sue. Thanks, Di. Thanks, Peggy. Yep, thumbs, hearts, all that is greatly appreciated. Awesome. And it was nice having some new folks in here. Thanks, Paige. for being here. Thanks, Sean. Next week, did I say what I was going to do next week? I know I wrote it down. Oh yeah, next week I want to make a bag, or not a bag. I want to make a little book out of this big Subway bag. So this thing is 6 inches tall, and I don't even know how long. 12, 15 or 16 inches long. But I thought this would be a good, like, fold it up and make a little, some kind of project. So that's what's going to happen next week. We're going to take this trash and make something cool. Okay. So, Sue, are you going to be on tomorrow? Just want to double check before we hang up. So let me know so I can spread the word. Okay. Maybe Sue already disappeared, but I'm assuming that she'll be on tomorrow night. We'll just see. So she's on Facebook, cruising with ink. Trash to treasure. Yes, Sean, that's a good title. Yeah, awesome. That's what I'm calling it. I better write this down. Okay. Thanks, Marlene. Trash to treasure. Okay. Good night, everybody. Thanks for hanging out. And Di, same thing. Trash to treasure. You guys are on the same wavelength. Awesome. Okay. Thanks, you guys. I will see you later. Bye.